Man. It is your boy West Coast. We live in the building. We're bringing you guys the Cowboys uncut like nobody else can bring it, man. I got the three amigos of Cowboy content in the building, man. I got HTM Sports and I got my boy Landlord from Alabama, man. How's everybody doing this morning, man?
Man, living righteous, my boy. Just taking it one day at a time. And I'm really amped for the day, though, man. I can't even lie to you. I'm excited for that.
Facts.
Heck yeah, I am too, man. And if you don't know, now you're about to know that today at 6 p.m. Central, West Coast Cowboy, HTM, and Landlord Sports will be interviewing Dallas Cowboys cornerback Israel Mukuamu. He will be on the show today at 6 p.m. Central. We're gonna have about 45 minutes of his time, man, and we're gonna have ourselves a great show and just kind of talk about his I'd say I ain't gonna say breakout year, but definitely a year that's gonna set the tone for him going forward here with the Dallas Cowboys. So I'm really looking forward to I'm definitely looking forward to seeing to talking to him today. And I'm even excited. I'm even actually hoping that his agent is slides on here too, because man, I'm always excited to be able to talk to an agent, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't ever get to speak to them too often. So hopefully we get him and his agent on here and we get to talk to both these young fellas and find out what the heck is going on in the NFL in 2023. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
so 6 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Central today. Make sure you guys tune in. We're gonna have Israel Mukuamu on the show. It's gonna be absolutely live, man. And we is definitely looking forward to seeing y'all today. You feel me? But yo, man, let's go ahead and get this thing started. You guys already know, man. Well, actually, I even did intros, man. Real quick, man. You guys already know it's the three amigos. So I got HTM and Landlord. How y'all doing this morning?
We doing
I'm
good,
good,
man.
man. You already know I'm good, man. We just in here trying to cook up some of this good Cowboys content, man. You already know.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. The liquor store open for business, man. So come in and hey, if you slap the shit out of an Eagles fan, you get half off for all bottles in the liquor store. So remember, keep your pimp hand
Allegedly.
strong. Yeah, allegedly, unless you're gonna really do it.
unless you're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Basically what he's saying is he got a whole dollar section for you that he gonna let you pick from if you slap an Eagles fan today. So make sure you guys take advantage of today's deal. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you have a today's deal. Also, let's get a cleanup on aisle seven. Clean up on aisle seven. But yo, you guys already know whenever West Coast goes live, there's two things you guys must do. First thing you guys must do is you must hit that share button. So I need everybody right now that's watching, no matter where you guys are watching at, I need you guys to hit that share button for me. Go in there right now and hit that share button. You know what I'm saying? Sharing is caring and it's absolutely free. Doesn't cost you a goddamn thing. You know what I mean? Next thing I need you guys to do. Next thing I need you to do. If you're on Facebook, they're called stars. If you're on YouTube, it's called super chats. I need you guys to hit that star and that super chat button. Now, what do we do with those stars? We send them out, man. We what we do is we use those stars and that to build this content, you know what I'm saying, and do things like go to the draft, which we're going to be doing in literally 24 days, 24
Mhm.
less than 24 days. We'll be flying out to Kansas City, Missouri to the NFL draft. So, man, I'm extremely excited, and we're going to be there because of you guys and the support that you guys do. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all for that. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm gonna let you do. I'm gonna let landlord. I'm gonna let you start it off. I'm gonna update this thumbnail while you go through your go by the people that's helping you pay them bills in there, and then HTM, you take it next.
All right.
Yes, sir. Let me see. Let me see who on the thing rocking with me. Shout out to Mr. Michael Autry, the volcanic eruption. That's what I call him. He got a signature emoji with the volcanoes. Shout out to you guys, the poet. Shout out to Miss Regina Green with the green, Big Bud Cowboys for life. And Chris Graham in here rocking with us, man. That's all I see right now at the moment. Shout out to everybody.
Indeed. And I got my boy Jameson Taylor tapping in with me. God bless you. Thank you for coming over to the liquor store. Michael Aldana, I see you, my guy. Appreciate you. Michael Itree out here, 2-phone gang, because he in here too with the volcanoes going crazy. Regina Green, I see you. And we got our neighborhood troll, Eastside Hero, coming through here, tapping in. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, man. Eastside Harold, man. We're gonna send you all our Noah Brown jerseys. Got a couple Noah Brown jerseys you can have.
Or the Dalton Schultz? Which one you
Yeah,
gonna?
I was gonna give him that now. That Dalton Schultz might be that actually may pop, but I know for sure you're gonna be having a hard time getting them damn Noah Brown jerseys.
Oh, my mama. Oh, hey, Joe Trantina, I see you too, my brother. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody might buy that Schultz jersey, but you want to tag me in them Noah Brown jerseys, though. But hey, you know what? Hey, shout out to Noah Brown for being the best Noah Brown that he could be too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hold him for being the best Noah Brown that he could be. You know what I'm saying? But we just needed a Noah Gold. You feel me? And but yeah, let's go. Hey, but real quick, man. Shout out to the Spur, man. Appreciate you, my guy, for helping me keep these lights on. Shaquille Robinson, appreciate you. Joe Trantrina, appreciate you for tapping in. Where Dan Tarantino been? Where your brother at, man? I ain't seen him in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to start tagging him, find out where the hell Dan is, because it's Dan, because people don't even know it's Dan and Joe.
I ain't even know Dan.
You know what I'm saying? So you ain't been in these Cowboy
Yeah, I ain't been out here long enough. Looks
long
like.
enough.
My bad. My
And hey,
bad.
shout out to my wife too for tapping in with me. I see you in the comments, baby.
Hey,
Look at the lovebirds in the building. What's happening?
yes. Hey, your lady said when you on the show though, you know, any cash apps or donation that you get, you know, them is her donations though. You know what I'm saying? So, what they say, the old saying, what they say, what's ours is ours and what's mine's is mine's. Let's go. Michael here. What's up with you, Mike? Appreciate you, Big Mike. What's up with your boy? Craig, I see you, Craig. Ruben saying, I see you, Ruben. Hey, Mike, can you do me a favor? Can you tell me if my IG is live right now? Demetrius, and if it's not, can you just let me know in the comment box, and then I will update it on my IG. Craig, what's up with you? Who else we see? Justin Kitchens, what's up? Justin Kicker in the kitchen, what's up with your boy? Joe Trantrina, what's up with you, sir? Hey, you guys, thank you guys for the 96 shares over here on Facebook. YouTube, I got Elijah, little baby in the gang. Appreciate you, my boy, with Wrench Gang. Michael Autry, what's up with you? John Rod, Michael Autry got it. He over here using the volcanoes too. I got L Boogie, what's up with you? Lisa, what's up with you? Appreciate you. Travis Edler, what's up with you? And Naomi. No, is that Naomi? Nick, Neheh. I'm saying it wrong. It looked biblical though. What's up with you? Cena Williams, what's up with you? It do look biblical though.
I would have helped you, but you know I'm worse than you, so you know.
AJ Demim, what's up with you? Alfredo, what's up with you? Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I had a really big football field in my high school. Don't blame me.
The library was much smaller.
Exactly. Yeah. You know we had a computer lab, but we only used it to play the Oregon Trail.
You know what I'm saying? You being nefarious in the library. We
was making mixtapes man, they was making whole mixtapes.
Al Kareem, what's up with you, man? I see you, brother.
Shout out to Cowboy Brian in the building. What's happening?
Zola, what's up, Zola? Christopher O'Neal, JJ the meme.
The mind.
I always say it wrong, man. I always say it wrong. Hey, listen to me. Eisenhower High School. Just remember that, though. Just remember that. Anytime, if I ever mess up, just remember Eisenhower High School. You know what I'm saying? We really. Hey, listen to me. If I would have went to one of them preppy schools, I might not be on the show talking cowboy content with you, though. So it worked out for you. A win is a win, right? A win is a win.
Is a win.
A win
I might be landlord from Wall Street if I went to one. You know what I'm saying? So just be thankful for what you got now.
I don't even think they got landlords. I think you need management company. You know they ain't got
asset management.
Asset management from Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? I had that bow tie deck used to wear on. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Speaking of bow tie deck, let's just go ahead and talk about that, man. Like, man, you know what, man? This is a free world conversation. I know everybody wants to talk about the draft, but I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. Listen to me. I'm gonna give y'all a little excitement, right? I'm gonna give y'all a little real listen. The draft is. I love the draft, but I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. Y'all after the draft, y'all gonna be let down like a mug. You wanna know why?
Why?
Because you're gonna be thinking all this euphoria. It feels like Christmas. It feels like a game is about to come. It feels like it's about to be happening, and then you're gonna realize. It's April, bro. You don't sit yours down somewhere.
I can't wait to see these players, and then you got 3 months.
Exactly. Like I think some of us have this thought that we about to draft them and then we about to see them. Nah, bro.
It ain't work like that, huh?
No, like think about this. You're gonna draft. We're about to listen to me. We're about to draft 9 dudes. Let me let you guys on the understanding of how this whole thing is gonna work, right? For the folks, my guys, I know they understand with it, but for the folks in the back that don't know how it works, right? You're gonna draft these dudes, right? They're gonna have about a week to get their ass to Dallas. Then they're gonna have a week and a half of rookie mini camps, right? That's gonna be all the Cowboys rookies that they either draft or Cowboys that they have signed under unrestricted free, not unrestricted free agent, undrafted in my mind. They would still, well, technically they would still be undrafted, free agents, but undrafted, right? They're gonna bring it, and they're also gonna have guys that weren't even signed that they can actually bring in as part of their rookie mini camps. One of my boys, Christopher Lasser, he went and tried out for the Jets a couple years ago. He kind of told me the process and stuff like that. So it's like same deal as far as a regular training camp. It is mandatory for those rookies and for those guys that make the team. Then after that, those guys are dispersed. The guys who are not actually signed on contract, those guys are dispersed. And if they want them back, they'll bring those guys back. Then they have the voluntary, they have the voluntary camps. Now, voluntary means what? Does anybody know what that means?
Voluntary means you can show up if you want to.
You show up if you want to. All right, that's for the first 2 days. The last 3 days of it are involuntary. You know what I'm saying? So that means you were supposed to be there.
Time out. The voluntary, you should have did like this. Voluntary. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't come, they gonna feel away now. You know what I'm saying?
Say that one more time. So you said the voluntary?
When you said voluntary workouts, you should have said voluntary with the, you know what I'm saying? Because they still want you to be there. You know what I'm saying?
It's really like, you know how you ever got like voluntold? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, your teacher be like, I need 3 volunteers. Yeah, can I get West Coast, HTM, and
yeah, it's one of them.
Put your hand up.
Yeah.
I purposely didn't put my hand up.
they picked the ones that weren't paying attention. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But they be like, anybody want to read? Then they see you doing something else. Hey, pick him right there. Yeah, you. Know what I'm saying?
Shout out to my boy Joseph Mack with the 500 stars. But yeah, man. So you know, and I'm gonna tell you that will be the first time, you know, where we'll be able to see not on another subject, but if this guy Trevon Diggs is gonna hold out, if there's gonna be, as landlords say, some nefariousity. You know what I'm saying? Nefariosity. You know what I'm saying?
You just created that word, man.
I don't know, hey, it was dope though. Hey, I'm over here like, hey, I'm using that. Hey, you know, I checked that a box in my head. I'm like using that. You know what I'm saying? I'm stealing that.
Listen to me. If your pastor didn't put osity on the end of every word, your pastor was not a good preacher. You know what I'm saying?
So you're trying to say the pastor wasn't pastoring then?
It ain't pastoring.
Exactly. So, you know, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a little nefariousness going on here. You know what I'm saying? But
absolutely.
But I mean, real quick, man. Let's at the end of the day, we got, how many days is this right here? 3 days. 20
we got 23 days until we leave out.
23 days till we get on the airplanes. Then after that, we're gonna be draft for 3 days.
You said 3 years, God.
3 days of draft. Then after the draft, those guys gonna have a week to fall into Dallas. They'll have their rookie mini camps. After rookie mini camps, you'll have voluntary, involuntary camps. And then guess what? You're gonna enter what we call the suck. Now, I was just explaining to these guys what the suck is. If you're prior military, you already know what a suck. You already know when someone says welcome to the suck, you already know exactly what that means. That is typically your first duty station. Why? Because when you first get in the military, it sucks. It sucks. You know what I'm saying?
Self-explanatory.
Exactly. A lot of working, a lot of humping, a lot of just, you know what I'm saying, self-explanatory stuff, right? So, you know, it's gonna be some times after this draft, about 2.5 months, where it's just gonna be totally nothing. You know what I'm saying? So this draft content is gonna be exactly where it is for the next 24 days. But I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. I'm not saying I don't put out I put out draft content, but you guys are gonna notice that my content as far as draft and stuff is gonna turn up a lot more afterwards. In my mind, because I see it like this, right? I got a month to prepare. I like to talk about guys. I like to talk about the position groups that the Cowboys are going to get. Then once they're on this team, you can kind of bring all that together and kind of understand why the Cowboys drafted these guys. Now, there's going to be guys. I'm going to tell you this right now. The number one thing that I've learned about the NFL draft is you are going to be pissed off and you're going to be excited all at the exact same time. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So make sure in these drafts that we not necessarily, we want to focus on the person, and the person is always good, but you really want to focus on the position, because a lot of time the person is going to come down to preference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and jump into it, fellas. And let's kind of start right there with that NFL draft, man. What are you guys excited to see about this NFL draft? What are you guys thinking, man?
Man, I'm really just excited because the Dallas Cowboys are not pressed for positions right now. Like
Facts.
really, when you look at it, like me and Landlord were having this conversation right the other day in the trap. So
Yes, sir.
basically, like it looked like these guys can go and suit up right now. You would not have a question about any position, and right, and it really would just come down to if you do the smart thing and let Tyron Smith play left tackle, you got a very good left guard in Tyler Smith. Tyler, be honest, is serviceable enough. Zach Martin is still Zach Martin, and Terrence Steele should be ready to go. So, like your offensive line is solidified. Wide receiver 1, 2, and 3 are solidified because CeeDee Lamb proved that he proved that he was him. Brandon Cooks already has that pedigree because he's been a number 1 receiver his entire damn career. And then Michael Gallup has always been a very good number 3. So that's solidified. Right. And listen, I say very good number 3 because that's what he's been his entire career.
We
Right?
thought he was a high end too, but
But
it
that
seems
proved
like
that to be true.
Facts.
Right. Yeah, but you got to change your opinion once you got updated information. So right now, Michael Gallup's a very good number 3. All right, so when you look at everything, your secondary doesn't really have any holes because you went and got Stephon Gilmore to run Bland, been holding down that slot. Trayvon Diggs is still that dude, and then you got depth behind it. Now you got guys like Big Izzy, that made plays for you. Nashawn Wright, has earned his place above Kelvin Joseph in that rotation. So you got some good, a good room of corners. You probably got the best safety room in the NFL. Right?
facts.
Then you got pass rushers. And you listen, I know that he is not the best defensive tackle in the world, but you did resign Jonathan Hankins, and like your run defense is like a damn near a yard better with him. So like you're good from top to bottom. So like you really don't have like a big hole anywhere that you just got. Oh, I gotta have it. I need it. I'll die without it. You ain't gonna go up to the draft feeling that way. You could really draft best player available if you wanted to. I also understand if you wanted to go offensive line, if you wanted to do that, but really, you can go BPA. If the best player on your board is a wide receiver that's left, you can get him. If the best player on your board is a defensive tackle there, you can get him. Oh, real quick, shout out to Taiwan for the $5 donation. Thank you for the love support, my guy.
Yeah, I was gonna
Shout out to Taiwan with both of the super stickers. He's showing love to everybody. We appreciate
He
it.
trill.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you're not in a situation where anything is just going to mess your day up and you don't get this or get that. So you can go get the biggest guy name on your board and you will feel happy with it. So that's why I like where we at. It's not like years past.
Yeah, you absolutely right. Like the one thing, like Wes said, like you might not be happy with the exact person that we might draft, but long as they in the right ballpark, like long as it's the right positions, I feel like. And like the only thing I'm concerned about is us, like, cause our offseason, our free agency has been like right now. We trying to win now. We've been in win now mode for the free agency. I just don't want to get to the draft and just thinking our future. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
my only thing. I want them to add somebody who can contribute to this team day one and ball out. That's what I want to see. So if I can get that, I really don't care what position it is. Cause me and him, we kind of went over what positions that we think will actually get some tick West Coast. So it's not many of them actually. It's not many positions that we can draft in the first or any round that's just gonna come in day one and start. And I think that's a good indication that your team is on the right. Yeah, you got a solid team.
I think there is some. I think
it is some, but I'm saying it's not many. It's not many. It's running back. Who else?
Guard.
You can't even say running back. You can't say guard if Tyler Smith is your starting guard.
Listen, time out. You can say guard until they say that boy is gonna do that though, because they didn't do that. Like, and then I'm gonna be honest with you, like in a playoff game, they still went with freaking Tyler Smith at tackle and Tyron Smith at right tackle. So until
they did something stupid. So you are right about it.
We need an improvement at defensive tackle, but drafting one is no guarantee that he gonna come in and be better than these guys.
I don't think at 26. I don't think at 26 that you can draft. This is my thing. I don't think there's a D. Do you think there's a D tackle in this draft that's better than Jordan Davis from last year?
That's why I said. You remember I said that same thing, but the Eagles, the Eagles line better than ours though.
Listen though, how good is Jordan Davis? Because I didn't see the boy play.
Yes,
red shirt.
Yeah, but you also got no. He didn't red shirt. He played this year. He
played a little bit,
but he played behind Fletcher Cox too. But that's what I'm saying. But we're not even comparing his rookie year. We're not even comparing his rookie year because remember the rookie ain't played in the NFL either. I'm just comparing him coming in. I don't feel like there is a D tackle in this draft that people feel that confidently about like they did about Jordan Davis. Like Jordan Davis was a guy that the Cowboys, a lot of Cowboys fans wanted to draft him.
And he would have started on us.
He would have started for us, just being real.
Yeah,
they defensive line was stronger than us though. I ain't gonna cap about that.
He also got hurt too. I think like game 6 or something like that. But long story, what I'm saying is, that is, I was just actually using him as an example to prove your point. Like, Davis is a guy that I liked a lot, and then he ended up being relegated as a backup. I don't think there some positions you have to be like. There's just some position if you come in the NFL and you start in your first year, you're really good. You know what I'm saying? Like defensive tackle.
That's one.
You gotta be special.
Like you're really good, bro. If you're starting in the NFL, like at that position, because there's so much. Like, because think about this: the NFL offensive line is diminished by what? It's by the rookie. That's like the only job where people be like, "You got what on your offensive line? Ooh,
we'll tear him up, boy."
Yeah, you be like, "Oh, you got a rookie wide receiver? Oh, what are you running?
Exactly.
Yeah,
running a 4.2. Ooh,
oh yeah, you know listen, it's a lot different, coming in playing wide receiver than it is coming in and playing defensive tackle.
Receiver, you ain't got much to do as a wide receiver. Run routes, bro.
Run routes and catch the guy stern ball.
And listen, you've been running routes against guys your entire life, right? You've been doing that your entire life, and because the way that the NFL is played, a lot of times you're getting free releases, especially if they put you in the slot. So, a lot of times they can come in, they can hide you. Like they got picks for you. They can put you in the slot so you can get a free release on a lesser cornerback. Like there are ways for a young wide receiver to come in and be productive from the jump.
Wes, I really dropped the ball last year, bro. I supposed to have had them op hats, catch the damn ball, man. That's what I supposed to have. Because out the door, I supposed to have catch the damn ball hats coming soon.
Catch the ball hats, then you got to put an asterisk at the end and say, put an asterisk at the bottom and say, when it's in your hands.
You know what I'm saying? Please.
You gotta be specific with this 2023, bro. I told my son to go lay down. You got one of them kids that's just so smart they bad.
Yeah.
Like I ain't gonna talk to you. I ain't gonna say how I talk to my sons and friends because y'all don't talk to you. We raising real men over here. But I told my son, I said, man, go lay your ass down, bro. Like we done. The day is over, bro. We're gonna start over tomorrow. My son go lay in the bed. I go up there about 20 minutes. I feel I'm walking by his room. I feel a pair of eyeballs on me. I'm like, I feel like emoji or something. I'm like, bro, didn't I tell you to go to bed, bro? No. What? Excuse me? I didn't tell you to take your butt upstairs and go to bed? No, Dad, you did not. You told me to go upstairs and lay down.
It's a difference.
You know what I'm saying? That's how Cowboy fans be, man.
he already beating you with semantics.
Yeah, ahead of the game. That's the one you're gonna have to watch.
He seems nefarious just off of that story.
No, what do you need? What do you say? I'm Mr. Officer. I did not know I can speed here.
So you didn't see not in one sign, huh?
No, sir, I thought that sign pertained to that street.
That side of the road.
Not this side of the road, though. But
when we were talking about those positions, though, it's not many of them who I'm expecting to just come in day one and start. Like running back, it'll have to be a first round running back. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe a third round running back would be the second running back in this offense. Somebody like that.
And think about this, fellas. There are some jobs, if you have a rookie starting at it, you're like, bro, you're probably not a good team.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I be like, and it's crazy because our conversation, like I love our show because you have shows that are like real name based shows. Then you have shows like our shows that we kind of talk about the general optics of everything that's Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
And when I look at this, right, I think about this. I say, you know, anybody that comes on this team right now, since the Cowboys draft so well, or since that's the allure that the Cowboys draft so well, anybody that comes on this team needs to be ranked among the guys that are already on this team.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, if you're looking at a guy, man, I'm gonna tell you this right there. It's a scary situation at any position where if you can look at a guy and be like, yeah, I bring this rookie in and he's instantly gonna be my second or best this.
Ooh.
Like that is not like that's really not in a position to be in any, because guess what that means you're doing? One, you know what that really means? Means you don't have depth. So
True.
even if this guy plays well, a lot of rookies tend to get dinged up in their first year. Why? Because there's a size difference. You know what I'm saying? At every position, there's a size difference. At every position, there's a speed position difference. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's already the first hurdle you got to get over, right? And it's like the Cowboys have kind of like, listen to me. I don't ever want fans to think that I don't like having a bunch of young players. But I just don't know if that is the real makeup of how you want to build your team. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you made a good point about there's no position that somebody can come in and just instantly start. But I think that's obviously a good thing. We don't want nobody to be able to come in here and instantly start. But I think until the Cowboys say until they say what they're actually going to do with their offensive line, and they may not even say it. Like they might not even say it. We might just see it, because let's just think like this: if you draft a guard in I would say in the first 1 or 2 rounds, I would almost think that would mean that Tyler Smith is probably going to stay where he's going to stay.
Yeah. That's the biggest question mark. We don't know how they view Tyler Smith really.
Exactly. So there is like some wiggle room with that, because I don't think that Tyron Smith should. If you were going to listen, if you were not going to put Tyron Smith back at left tackle where he's actually effective at, I don't even know you should have restructured his contract. Like, you probably should just release him, because I don't want to see him playing on the right side again. I don't want to see Big Tyron relegated to a damn swing tackle. Like, you're doing yourself a disservice.
And really,
overpaying then.
And yeah, listen, like swing tackle sounds cool, right? But it's really a backup. Like, you paying him to be a backup tackle, and you really don't want to have the guy with the injury history to be your backup. Because if he had to go out there and play, let's say that the tackle in front of him gets hurt, he had to go out there and play, and he gets dinged up, then you're down to your third damn tackle. It's better just to have him as your starting left tackle. And if he has to miss some time, you have a very serviceable left tackle behind him that you can count on to actually play.
I agree though, because I just don't like operating in fear, man. Like, it's like we operating in fear. Cause like it's still a chance that he plays, right? Like it might not be that high of a chance, but it's a chance that he can start and just keep playing. And it's possible. So it's like you just going outside with a bulletproof vest on just because it's a chance that you can get shot. Like, come on, man, you can't operate in fear. So I feel like we could just have Tyron Smith to start until he's not starting again. Like, I don't know why they want to have him as a backup. That's crazy.
It makes no sense.
And that's why I always said too about the nation too. It's like, for some reason we don't have this like greedy mentality. Like, we're such a share with the world. Like, it's okay, we have 2. Like, what? Like, bro, I'm going to a gunfight. Why not take 2 guns? Well, you can only. But you're right-handed, West Coast. I don't care. I'll just have bad aim with my left.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But give me 2 guns. You know what I'm saying? And for whatever reason, we have really gotten to this mindset where it's always either one or the other. Like that. And think about this: every situation, every player that we've ever lost or gotten has always been put up against, you either got to get this guy or you got to get that guy. Where it's like, no, keep them both. Why? Yeah. Because things happen in life.
Hey, Ms. Regina said, are we keeping Peters? I think that's a good question, because I would.
I would,
I
but I
think it
don't.
depends on him. Do he want to play football?
That's what I actually
He
gonna
might be
say.
close to retiring or something.
I mean, he's finna be 41 years old if he has already crossed that
He's
threshold.
40. He's a man.
I'm 40. I'm a man.
Yeah, real.
That's one of the best sound bites ever. One of y'all need to get there because I want to hear that on a regular basis.
Somebody, I think Skywalker got it already. They be on it, bro.
They be hitting us across the head, man.
They
Like,
be
that's not
on it.
fair.
I'm a man. I'm 40. Yeah, he already got
You
it.
hurt my heart when you said that.
Law got that known and known.
Yeah, he already got there are known knowns. There's known unknowns, and there's unknown unknowns.
Yeah. Law already had it loaded up.
Like,
Yeah,
man,
they be on.
Hey, but real quick, man, let's talk about some other subjects that kind of came up over this weekend, man. In the name of another aging wide receiver, there was rumors out there that the Dallas Cowboys were possibly interested in a Julio Jones, man. What are y'all thoughts on Julio to Dallas?
Fuck Julio. He talked all
Say
that
like
mess. He talked all that mess to Shannon Sharp. On his show, he called in and talking about, man, I ain't going to no Dallas, man. A couple years back.
he sure did.
Man, I ain't going to Dallas. I'm trying to win. Well, you ain't trying to win. Don't come over here. We don't need you. You old broke down. Never. I ain't gonna talk. Yeah.
I tell you, I like this, man. Listen, players are going. You tell me what our record was the year he said he didn't want to come, because he might have been right.
It was like we actually went to the playoffs and stuff. So like, nah, we've been 61-36, since Dak Prescott been the starter. So it's not really a lot of years where we don't do good.
But I'm gonna tell you too, y'all gotta think like this, man. When people say they don't want to play for the Cowboys, are they saying they don't want to play for the team, or they just don't play for the organization? You know what I'm saying? Because I think I think players often see the stuff that this organization be doing it to their players, man. So it's like, I don't knock anybody for vocalizing what they see other people doing. It's like they just
I think he was just hating on the brand.
Like, listen,
Cowboys.
I think he was just hating on the brand. It don't matter. It don't matter why he said it. He said it, so he can stay over there. he can get blown out. He can get blown out in the playoffs again because he ran up against us, got blown out.
Facts.
Yeah,
so I don't even hear nothing about Julio. Julio need to drink some down. Julio, sit down.
Listen to me. I'll tell you like this. Listen to me. I'll forgive Julio Jones before I forgive Michael Gallup. So give me Julio Jones. Julio Jones is not making no $11 million, and I already know he's not going to do $11 million worth of work this year. Listen to me. I didn't listen. If you didn't broke up with a baby mama and got back with her, you understand. She's gonna say stuff they don't mean. That's just what it is. As long as you don't take it personal, you know what I'm saying? This is the life we live. Yes, this is the life we live. You know what I'm saying?
But I can't listen, man.
I'd rather sign T.Y.
Hilton
back.
Hey,
I'd rather sign T.Y. back.
Go get that.
I signed T.Y. Hilton too.
I'm not interested. I'm not saying that I'm interested in Julio Jones. I'm just putting it out there because that was something that brought up. I actually made a video on this guy and didn't even, man, I had to drive to Vegas to drop a dang puppy off, bro. Praise God for the income, but man, that was crazy. Had to drive to Vegas yesterday to go drop a puppy off in Vegas, and I heard, and then I saw, the Dallas Cowboys possibly brought in Laquan Treadmill as a workout this past week, and Treadwell out of Mississippi State. They called him Baby Dez, coming into the NFL, drafted by way of Minnesota Vikings. The dude is crazy, man. He's a first-round pick, wide receiver who has never had more than 55 targets in a season. Like, that's crazy. Zeke had 2 seasons with the Dallas Cowboys when he literally had 72 catches. Like that, and he's a running back. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
That's crazy, bro. And listen to me. You could think whatever you want to think about Laquan Treadmill. When you see this dude's only his targets, bro, they were not throwing the ball to him. That's ridiculous, bro. How you get 12 targets your rookie season? Then the next year he got 26. They were not throwing the ball to this dude, bro.
They said, ain't no tread on them damn tires. Y'all so wild.
And y'all listen to me. Listen, whenever we give someone's resume, you know what instantly happens? We start thinking about what they should have been and start holding them to what they should have been. We can't do that. We got to hold them to what they are right now today, and then what would they be replacing? I'm looking for a 4th receiver. That's what I'm looking for. I don't need a first because that's CeeDee Lamb. I don't need a number 2 because that's Brandon Cooks, and Brandon Cooks is on a 2-year deal, so he's here for the next 2 years. It costs me.
Thank God. Thank you, Jesus.
Brandon Cooks is gonna cost. That's why I say a T.Y. Hilton. I don't believe that's gonna happen because I think Brandon Cooks is your T.Y. Hilton.
I just use him as insurance for Tolbert. That's what I'm thinking about. Because if Tober don't do good, you could just get the control of Ty. Get the control.
I mean, listen, odds are Mike McCarthy's been looking at a lot of
I
receivers,
don't
man.
think
So
T.Y.'s gonna. Now, he's not gonna want to come here to be known as a third. I don't think he's because
Yeah.
you got to think when T.Y. got signed the first time, he was coming here as a second.
Yeah, he definitely came in and made more
I
plays.
think
than
he want to
everybody else.
win though, because we got a shot.
I
think
believe
he'll
it.
want to win.
He's also a Cowboy fan too, though. Remember though, landlord.
Yeah. True. You ain't told no lies, so you have told no
Hey,
lies.
Dwayne Brown, starter kick Duke. What's good with y'all, my boys? I
Hey,
see
listen,
y'all.
What's happening?
if I'm T.Y. Hilton, I'm not signing with any team until November, because what I think today and what I know in November, I promise you, is going to be two different people.
Yeah, and look, like you don't even have to pay, for a fourth wide receiver. We're being honest, because you got a guy right now who last year was a top 100 pick. Right now on paper, Jalen Tolbert is your fourth wide receiver.
Who should be?
He
So
should.
what you gonna do with Semi Fehoku, man?
He didn't listen. I don't want to talk about Semi Fehoku.
He got hurt.
Come
The
out.
man got hurt.
Hey,
That man,
Simi got drafted like in the what round was he? Fourth or fifth?
Fifth.
Damn. So hey, you know what? Time out. Simi gonna listen to me.
This is
his year, bro.
make or break.
Because if I'm not mistaken, he only got one more, right?
He got two. He still got two.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. This is year 3.
Yeah, this year and then next year.
Barbecue a meal do year for him. You got to show something. And he was tremendous in camp. All of this, doing all kind of raw stuff, and then nothing in the season. He got hurt early though, right?
I mean, I don't know if he got hurt.
I think they stashed him like.
That's what I'm saying.
He got ghost hurt.
Yeah.
Like where the Cowboys stashed, where he had an injury because the Cowboys were trying to keep him on the roster. But this is my thing too. Like, the Cowboys be low-key playing around with folks' careers too, man. Like they be using your career to benefit what they want to benefit. Like, I get it that you're supposed to be a team player, but like if I'm not. This is my thing. I would rather be released than just for me to put out there that I'm injured and I can actually play. Like I'd rather go take my opportunity somewhere. I get it. There's only 32 teams, but give it to me. I want to get back out there in that field, and I want to be able to see what I can do with my own stead. Not waiting for that's waiting for an opportunity. We here because we're gonna create an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? But I listen to me. I think right now, if you draft a wide receiver before you drafted Jalen Tolbert, that means if there's a wide receiver that gets drafted to the Dallas Cowboys before pick 88, then I think you have to be saying something because you already have that invested. You already have that time invested. You know what I mean? You already have that money invested. So
it really just depends on how they view Michael Gallup, because this is last year. Theoretically, you can get out of Michael Gallup's contract next year. So like we're already having this conversation that Michael Gallup, there's nothing that he can do to live up to his contract at this point. As a wide receiver 3, there is no way that he can live up to the money that they paid him. He is your most expensive wide receiver. So like even if they draft a wide receiver,
with the least amount of production.
Yeah, with the least amount of production. So even if you draft a wide receiver ahead of what you got Tolbert, it really probably says more about Michael Gallup, because he's the odd guy out. Even Jalen Tolbert still got 2 years on his deal at making rookie money.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I think something else we got to take into account too, man. We don't know what direction they want to go in with the receiver core either. Because, like, okay, Brandon Cooks is still here for 2 years, but I think they do have an out, though. Like, if it don't work out next year, how much dead money they'll take?
It's 2 years. It's
a real 2 years.
I mean, they restructured it, remember?
They restructured.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Contract to actually benefit the Cowboys. So Brandon Cooks wants to be here, and they definitely want him here for the next 2 years.
Yeah, I was just thinking. I know they always kind of feel.
I mean, hey, depending on how well he play, he might be here longer than 3 years, man. This man had like 1,000-yard season or something crazy. Like they gonna read that boy up.
Yeah, I was just saying. They always kind of try to blend in the future with the present as well, especially with Steven Jones. He's very cheap. That's how he operates. So if he can get this gonna be quick. If he can get him a little quick little wide receiver to like eventually take over for Michael Gallup or Brandon Cooks, you better believe if he fall, he gonna draft him. I feel like, or a DB. It's the same thing with Stephon Gilmore being on a little cup of coffee type deal. If they get a DB of the future, they might just draft him. And I ain't gonna like it, but I probably like it in a year or so. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, this is the thing in Dallas. If you get drafted, there's a high chance that you're going to play anyway because, we just if something is just our rookies play. Like that's just what it is. Like our rookies play. So it's like even if whoever you draft, you're going to get an opportunity because the Dallas Cowboys believe in next man up, and next man up doesn't really benefit veterans. Next man up benefits rookies. Why? Because it's in younger players. Because younger players are usually behind those actual veterans. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's Cowboys right now with what we have. Like, it's crazy for me to think that there will be a wide receiver, a young wide receiver, and I think skill set. There are wide receivers that might be better than Jalen Tober, and there might be better than Simi Fehoko. But my biggest thought is that transition. And like, I am not really trying to develop no kid this year, man. Like, man, miss me with that. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm not trying to develop. Like, you have a wide receiver in core that says produce. It don't say you know what I'm saying? It doesn't say like, build a wide receiver. That's not what my wide receiver. Like, you got CeeDee Lamb, bro. He's about to be playing for a check. Yeah. You got Brandon Cooks, bro. He's playing for a check. You got Michael Gallup, who's on a check, who's on a listen. All my top three wide receivers are all in a position where money is involved. CeeDee Lamb's trying to get it. Freaking Brandon Cooks just got it, and Michael Gallup's trying to keep it. Bro, we ain't got time to be trying to figure out who our number 4 wide receiver is. I wish Dak would be trying to figure out there trying to throw the ball to a 4th receiver.
I don't want to develop nobody, but I don't want to develop no one. Not right now.
And listen to me, with the three wide receivers that you have right now, with the experience that you have, because think about this, your youngest receivers out of your top 3 is Michael Gallup. He's been in the league for 4 years. Like, this shouldn't even be a develop. You know what this should be? Real talk. This should be freaking open hand combat. Like, we're gonna go to training camp and whoever get it. If you don't,
I said the same thing though. But
like, if you don't get
it, but that's the reason I told landlord it don't matter who we bring in. Like, number 4 is whoever number 4 is up for grabs.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Like, and that's why I'm thinking like right now, like I'm almost out on drafting a wide receiver before pick 88. Because I don't think that no matter who you draft, you are going to have to draft someone very high and have a very good plan for him to think that you're going to draft a wide receiver that's going to be able to crack my top 3. Like, think about this: if the wide receiver room was the big 3 league, you're going to draft a kid that's going to be on the bench.
Yeah.
Well, it just really depends on, like I said, it always come back to Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup ain't played full season for you in 2
George
years.
White said, hey, this is a good one. George White said, why don't you just go get Cedric Wilson back? That's a good point. They got to release him first, though.
I would love to get
They're trying to trade him.
They are?
Yeah.
Go and give him a 6th round pick. What they want for him?
Give him a 6th and Michael Gallup. Give him a 6th and Michael Gallup.
No, that's too much.
The dead money on Michael Gallup's contract is too messed up this year. If this was a year in the future, then yeah, that'd be perfect.
That's why I want to give it to him, though. That's why I was okay with giving him to him, because I wanted to give him the.
I was telling my people on my show, man, I watched the San Francisco game yesterday, and Dak targeted Cedric Wilson. It had to be about 7 times. He threw the ball to him a crazy amount.
That 4th down.
Yeah, a crazy amount of times. Like, he was throwing the ball at Ced a crazy amount. Like, it didn't even make no sense. And we had on a team with Amari Cooper, you throwing the ball at Ced that much.
But
that's a problem with your OC.
Michael Gallup was out of that game too, though, so he really was your number 2 that game.
True. You had Schultz too, though. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be throwing that Schultz over him.
Well, Show still got his. He ended the season with more yards than the boy, more touchdowns.
Yeah, but it just seemed a little weird at how much he the volume of attempts he threw at him. It was just a little weird.
Yeah, and then this is the thing about Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, he don't believe in like a number 1 receiver. Like, I think the scheme has to dictate him to target one receiver, because like when Dak was a rookie, they asked him when Dez was going to get ball, and he said when Dez is open.
Like, that made me respect that. I ain't gonna lie.
It
made me respect that.
For a quick minute, I wanted to beat the shit out of
this. What you mean?
Yeah, because I'm like, when Dez is open, bro. You ain't seen Dez jump over somebody. Dez ain't got it. You let that thing go, boy.
Yeah. Dez is always open. He's one of those 50-50 guys.
That's
but
how I took it, though.
Yeah.
I know that's not how Dak meant it, though. That's not how he meant
I
it.
like the fact that he stood up to Dez too, man. Dez is like the
that's why
bigger
Dez
man over there.
too. And
Dez
hey,
is
shout out,
the bigger man over there, man.
hey, real quick, shout out to Regina Green for the $5 donation. I appreciate you for the love and support.
Shout out to you, Miss Regina. But yeah, man, Dez was kind of like, hey, he was an enforcer on this team. For Rookie Dak to stand up to him, I think that gave him some credibility in the locker room. Like for real.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it did. I'm pretty sure it did.
Yeah.
But this is the thing, though. Like Dak Prescott, that gets him in trouble sometimes, but it also leads to success in other circumstances.
Yeah.
But that's really why you want Dak Prescott to have a lot of good players, right? Because he was throwing the ball to Noah Brown like he was somebody,
like he was special,
like he was just it.
like Noah Brown came out yesterday. Like,
hey, shout out to Miss Green with the $5 cash app. Appreciate you. And shout out to the original people. Says shout out to the brothers on the panels. Cowboys for life, Sacramento, California, Sacktown. Appreciate you. Darren said,
Regina with the $5 cash out. She said all love to everybody. We appreciate you, man.
Matt says great video. I like your Cooks video yesterday. JC Cowboy Network. Okay.
Oh yeah. Hey, that's my boy JC. He did drop a fire video on that boy Jordan Addison. If you ain't seen it, go check it out, man. Real good work. And also shout out to the original. He said he came over from Law Nation channel. He been here like a week. I appreciate you for showing the love to me, brother. I thank you, man.
That's what's up.
Is you a dreadhead too? Look at, I think the original a dread. Is he a dreadhead? I think he got
like
he looked like.
Yeah, me and my brother got locks, man.
Like a lion.
We ain't gonna call them dreads, man. We ain't gonna call them dreads, man. That's something that the Europeans say. We got locks, kinfolk.
Okay.
I had to drop that gem.
Okay.
Hey, shout out to Dwayne Brown for the $5 donation. I appreciate you for the love and support, my boy.
Already.
And Darren, shout out to you too. And shout out to Marvin L. Hargrove Sr. Appreciate you, sir. Barney says let him and Cooper go together. Jones and let him and Cooper go together. I don't know what you're talking about. What's up with your Peter Rizzo? And shout out to Sean with the 200 stars. So back what we was talking about this about the wide receiver room. But I mean, I think it's just hard to think that any draftee is going to be able to break in that big three. Now, I think the Cowboys will try to, because contractually you definitely need to get up under that Gallup contract. But it's just I feel like adding a rookie wide receiver into this system with having the changes that we're about to have, because you do have a new offensive coordinator, your offensive line is changing, and your block scheme is somewhat going to change. Why? Because you don't have Zeke anymore. I don't know, man. I don't know if the upside is just going to be worth what I'm going to get it for a rookie receiver. You know what I'm saying? And to put the ball in the hands of a rookie receiver, you're going to have to take the ball or target someone else. And one thing about rookie receivers is a lot of them don't really get open themselves in the league until like year 2, year 3. You know what I'm saying? And that's just real. Jerry Jeudy, I think Jerry Jeudy is a beast route runner. But even a guy like him, I thought he was going to just come in the league and just tear it up. You know what I'm saying? But even him has had time to take, you know what I'm saying? Because these corners are good. And even the ones who aren't good, they're fast. So they can recover very, very well.
I blame Denver, man. That's my guy. I blame Denver.
But listen, I like him. Hey, but listen.
I have faith. Listen to me. I
like Jerry, bro.
I do too. That's why I said that I thought he was going to come in the league and tear it up, because he is a ridiculously he's a route runner. He's ridiculous, and he's ridiculously fast.
Yeah.
So let me ask you.
He's had horrible quarterback play though.
So let me ask you this, West Coast. If the best route running wide receiver in the draft fell to us, would you not take him?
No.
Who is it? JSN?
No. No, because my question is this: where does he fall in line with my wide receiver core?
He'd be in number 3 because he's better than Michael Gallup.
Okay, time out. I'm telling y'all right now, anything outside of O-line help, I don't think they starting right now. Or O-line help or running back.
I mean,
I
think he had to take it from Michael Gallup because they want to get their money's worth. But if you're asking me if I think he's better than Michael Gallup, I do.
Time out. Who are we gonna draft that's gonna keep us in the win now mentality? Please let me know.
Not a receiver.
What position? What position? I don't even care if it's a player or position. I just want to be aggressive into improving this team day one. Who can we get?
Guard, defensive tackle.
It's pointing, all signs point to the O-line to me.
Yeah, guard or offensive line. I mean, guard, and then if you want to go defensive tackle. That
defensive tackle is so risky to me.
It is risky, but it's
risky. I mean, is it really risky? Because do you really have a very good one tech?
And I'm gonna tell you this right. You also got to think like this.
But he might not be better than them. That's what I'm telling you.
I mean, that's risky about that's air player then. But hey, we just projecting. Like I said that with my chest.
Hey, I'm just saying they usually transition better at the other positions. That's my point.
Hey, listen, I said it with my chest that JSN would be better than Michael Gallup. I don't know that for real. I just feel that.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you this, man. I just forgot what the hell I was gonna say. What?
Take your time, brother West Coast. Take your time.
We were talking about the defensive tackles, I believe.
I was gonna say this. That's what I was gonna say. The reason why I would be okay with a D tackle is because the best coach on your team coaches defensive line. Yeah. So it's like that's the reason why I don't have a problem. Because think about this: for the last 2 years that we have been that Dan Quinn has been here, right? The best player we've given him was Micah Parsons, and that was pretty damn good. But think about this: Dan Quinn doesn't coach linebackers, dog. He don't coach defensive ends. So my thing is this: why don't we give Dan Quinn a position that he actually coaches at its highest level? See, what we've been doing is we've been taking Dan Quinn, this phenomenal cook, to the 99-cent store and being like, bro, you gotta kind of make it work with what we have right here.
Let me go turn this out real quick. I've been freezing. Hold on.
or you could take a different approach and say, you know what, Dan, you're this ridiculous good cook. So instead of taking you to the 99-cent store, we're going to take you to one of these really nice grocery stores that have really high-end food so that you can be a good coach coaching with high-end food. And that's what I would like the Cowboys to do. And to be honest with you, you really need to do it here soon. Why? Because there's a chance that he's going to be gone. And think about this. If Dan Quinn leaves, the only thing you have of his remnants is what? Micah Parsons and Donovan Wilson. And really not even Micah Parsons, because I feel like Micah Parsons was going to be Micah Parsons anywhere he went. Like anywhere Micah Parsons went, he was going to be Micah Parsons. Like, I'm sorry, fellas. Like if Micah would have went to the Jaguars, he would still be Micah Parsons. He would just be Micah Parsons on the Jaguars.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna push back on that just slightly, because who else would have put Micah Parsons at defensive end?
A lot of people would have put him at defensive end.
That man didn't even have that on tape.
Man, listen to me, bro. The film's his size said that he was his size did not say that he was going to be a stand-up linebacker.
Shit, then when he got drafted as he was playing.
Yes, but you also remember he didn't play that full year before coming into the league too. So what he got drafted as, what he got drafted as and what a team was going to use him is two different things. I never thought that Micah Parsons was ever going to be a linebacker. That's why I never thought that they would release Jalen, because I'm like, that's what Jalen would do. So then when they released Jalen, I'm like, that doesn't even make sense. They didn't even put Micah Parsons back there. The Cowboys didn't even do it. So the Cowboys drafted Micah Parsons to rush the quarterback and to get sacks, and that's what he's doing. And I'm gonna keep it real. I think anywhere that he went, he would be doing the same thing.
Shout out to Jenna Herrera with the $5 super. He says, "Good morning, fellas, and Cowboys for life. Let's go."
Yeah, no, but we were just talking about. I was just saying, like, Dan Quinn is this phenomenal coach that the Cowboys keep giving cheap meat to. Like he's a phenomenal cook. And
I guess their biggest show of confidence was Stephon Gilmore, I guess.
But you get what I'm saying?
That's all they gave him.
But landlord, you get what I'm saying? Like, bro, like Dan Quinn is this ridiculous cook. He's a ridiculous cook. So why do y'all keep taking him to the cheap meat section?
Him and Will McClay.
Like, just because y'all can make it work. But my thing is this: what happens if you take a really good cook to a really good high-end grocery market so they can get that high-end food?
Well,
what happens?
They did give him Micah too.
Yes,
they gave him Micah too.
But can we say this? But I said this to Micah. I feel like Micah would have probably been Micah anywhere Micah went.
I think he would have been phenomenal now, but I'm talking about, I think Dan used him in the right way though. I really do.
Man,
Because look, on another team, he might have just been stuffed at linebacker. Who knows?
I'm gonna keep it real. I don't listen to me. Nobody's doing that though. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's
I'm just saying.
You do it all the time. That's why they bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you'd have went to another team, he might have just been stuffed at linebacker.
Hey, I'm gonna push back on you. I'm gonna be honest with you. The Dallas Cowboys, we stole that idea from somebody else. We didn't invent that. Michael Parsons our first from that. From everybody else in the NFL.
No, what you said? I ain't hear what you said. I'm sorry.
Listen to me. We just got a Micah Parsons 2 years ago. Bro, they had Bosa's and all types of like, what is we talking about?
No, what I'm saying was like, look, Micah Parsons was supposed to be a linebacker. They found out. They didn't even know he was a rusher like this. They didn't. They didn't know he was a pass rusher like this, Wes. They didn't. They said that well, that's what they said. I'll say that.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. The Cowboys,
all right, let me say allegedly
right now. The Cowboys are lying to you because
I'm not putting it past them either. It's just funny to me. I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you why they're lying to you. I'm gonna tell you why they're lying to you. Because the Cowboys would not have drafted a stand-up linebacker at 12 overall. They wouldn't, bro. You don't take him at 12 like that then. We didn't like, come on now, bro.
But look, the reason I felt like it was a little truth in it though is because think about this. When he first got there, where was he? Then what did they do?
Weak side. He was on a weak side. Jalen Smith.
No, they tried to give him the green dot too at middle linebacker.
They won, and he got his ass towed up.
Yes, they tried him at linebacker. That's the first place they put him.
Yeah, for the Tampa Bay Bucks for the Bucks.
For the Bucks game. And then DeMarcus Lawrence got deemed, and he was pass rushing the very next week.
That's what I'm saying.
We saw for the rest of his career.
He never was a regular linebacker after that moment. So that's what I'm saying. It kind of lined up from what they were saying. Now I kind of feel you though. They could have just been lying. So I don't know, but the story kind of lined up when you look at how they used him in the beginning of his career.
Yeah, but I mean, this is the thing too.
Hold up. I will give you this. I will give you this real quick though. Dan Quinn wasn't even gonna put him in line at edge rusher until the injury happened. So I'm not even gonna give him credit for that.
See that it was like a necessity because we had no defense. We had no pass rush with D-Law out.
Hold on.
We had none.
Hold on.
Well, we had Dorrance Armstrong over there. No, we had Randy though. We had Randy Gregory.
You had Randy Gregory. You had. But listen to me. The Cowboys didn't draft Michael Parsons to be the middle linebacker, and he was not going to play. I can show you a text right now.
I know they probably wanted to move him around.
Yeah, he was rushing the path. That was the goal from the jump. You know what I'm saying? Because when the Dallas Cowboys, when they brought him in here, and for that Tampa Bay game, the first Tampa Bay game in 2022 when we were in Green Bay. I mean, not Green, but we were in Tampa Bay. Now he had the green dot on, but Jalen Smith was your stand-in middle linebacker for that game. And for the very next game, because they didn't actually have him. I actually got to give y'all both some pushback because he was not the middle linebacker. He was actually the weak side linebacker. You want to know why? Because I remember the first two play when Gronkowski got on his ass and they tried to put him in coverage. So no, he was not. They actually moved him the green dot for the next game versus the damn Chargers.
See, look, what I'm really saying, I'm not talking about the specific position. What I'm saying is they didn't have a defined role yet.
Yeah,
they was experimenting.
Yeah, but starter kick Duke is kind of on your side, Wesco. He said that Michael Parsons was killing them on the middle linebacker blitz in college, so they might have seen some pass rushing in them.
Listen to me, either no way or neither there. The Dallas Cowboys was not drafting no stand-up middle, like a standard middle linebacker at 12. When you draft someone at 12 at that high, the Cowboys were looking for
pass rush.
They were looking for pass rush.
They didn't want. It seemed like I ain't gonna say they didn't want to draft them, but they went backwards in the draft. You know what I'm saying? They traded back and then drafted them. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Cowboys also, I think the Cowboys just went into the draft with such a need where it was like you needed a corner or you needed either one. So, I mean, and you got to think like this. I think the Cowboys were also, I don't even think it was Jalen Smith's contract that they were trying to move. I think it was DeMarcus Lawrence's contract they were trying to get away from. You know what I'm saying? Because that was the conversation around that time. You know what I'm saying?
It's so weird with Tank, man, because Tank is...
He stops running. He stops
But
the run.
and then look, he shows up in the big game too.
He stops the
He
run.
might not do nothing in the Jaguar game or something, but then when the big game comes, you see D-Law all over the screen. It's crazy with D-Law.
And I ain't gonna lie, D-Law get what he want to get too, because D-Law done said some crazy stuff. He said, man, don't you care about the what did he say? He's like, don't you care about them making sure that they can. D-Law said, man, that's Jerry's job to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? Like
Shout out to DC for Life X with the $5 super. He said, "What's good, landlord? Cowboys Nation, let's freaking go. Cowboys get 6. Let's do this. Cowboy DC for life." We appreciate you. Sir.
We appreciate you, my boy.
I think Micah Parsons' year. I think the Cowboys just really also stuck to their board. I think they really probably did have Micah high, but I think they also had them corners high too. You know what I'm saying? Because
They got wiped out.
They got wiped out because Horn and Surtain went off the board.
They wanted them corners. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? It's actually one of the few times where I didn't get a player that I really wanted, and it worked out.
Yeah,
I was beating the table for JC Horn. I mean, cause
he played all 17 games last season.
I don't know. Let me see.
I think he was hurt his rookie year when.
Well, we got his backup coming on the show later on today at 6:00.
Yeah.
If y'all didn't know,
not his backup, his counterpart.
His right hand man. We got his right hand man in college.
Izzy was out there balling too.
Yeah. Hey, JC only played 3 games in his rookie year, and he played 13 games last year. So
how he graded out?
Let me go look. That's a very
look
good
at
question.
him and Stingley, because I was high on Darius Stingley last year. I mean, that was year before last, and he ain't do nothing.
Carolina on the defense.
They on terrible teams though, so that's what you got to take into account. And Stingley on the Texans, and JC Horn went to Carolina. So
I think
last year JC Horn was pretty damn good. He graded out as a 73.2 in coverage, 71.4 overall. Even as a pass rusher, 77.7. He had 3 interceptions. He had a sack. Only allowed a passer rating of 52.6 when targeted. So he balled last year.
Yeah, this is the situation I'm in now.
And real quick, I was being funny, but if you're a number 2 corner and the number 1 goes down, you're now the number 1 corner. So yes, a number 2 technically is the backup. So I was just being funny though. But if you're the number 2 corner and your number 1 goes down,
now you're the number 1.
Now you're not the number. You don't
look at me. I'm the captain now.
Yeah, you don't. If you're the number 2 corner and the number 1 corner goes down, they don't put the number 3 there. No, that's now you. So yes, there's a reason why they call him the number 1 and the number 2. Now, the whole thing about Izzy, it's crazy because if JC Horn wasn't on the team, Izzy might have gotten drafted higher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
that's you getting into one of my questions.
Izzy's
I ain't gonna lie. I got a good question for
Izzy's career is almost like a foreshadow of like a Anthony Brown, like because the other guy was so good, you got a gang of targets. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody wants to throw the ball at him. So it's like you almost have to be better than the guy that's better. That's good. You get what I mean? Because you're actually getting like Anthony Brown would have actually had to been better than Trevon Diggs this year.
Yeah, he was the second most targeted. Second most targeted cornerback in the NFL before he got injured.
I'm telling y'all, almost every big game we played, they looked straight at 3. Year before last, they looked straight at 30. I'm telling you, straight up. Go. If you think I'm lying, go watch any game. Go watch almost any game. I guarantee you, within the first series, they're gonna target Anthony Brown. Guaranteed.
Hey, what up with you, Jonah Herrera? I see you, my boy.
But think about this: if you're gonna listen, that's what I said about Trevon Diggs, though. Trevon Diggs is like that homeboy that your girl know is cheating, and every time you go out, your girl blow your phone up. Like what? Like only thing I can do is not hang out with you. Why? Because my lady treat me differently when you around. That's the only thing you can do, bro. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do it. They did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Wes, I gotta get on down, man. I was still on my lunch break, so
yeah. I mean, we actually been on here for an hour, if I'm not mistaken. Shoot, an hour and 3 minutes. Hey, we gonna be going right now, but listen to me. We will be live today. We will be live tonight at 6:00, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. That's 4 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you guys tune in. It's gonna be West Coast landlord from Alabama, HTM Sports. We're gonna be on here talking with Izzy Mukuamu, talking about this season, talking about a little Dan Quinn. Talk about everything that we could talk about that won't get him in trouble.
Wait a minute, Wes.
Shoot.
Make sure you get that time right. You said what time again?
Central. Did I say
You said 4 p.m. Central. So 6 p.m. Central Time and 4 p.m.
LA time.
LA time, Cali time.
There you go. So put it in the comment box. Matter of fact, just put it in the comment box right now. Matter of fact, put it in the comment box what time it's coming on when you at, because it don't matter.
Yeah.
It don't,
Yeah.
yeah, like it don't matter. If
6
you
p.m. Texas time.
yeah, if you live in Texas, I want you to put Texas time. If you live it like if I'm California, so I'm gonna put 4 p.m. If you're in Alabama, you're gonna put 6 p.m. Okay.
Yeah.
If you're in New York, you're gonna put 7 p.m. All right.
If
So
you're in Atlanta, put 7.
if you're in 7, there you go. There you go. If you're
Atlanta, the weirdest city in the world.
If you're gonna
Because
Okay.
you gotta change the clock. Yeah, you gotta change the clock, and it's right there. Like it's literally 2 hours from my city. Birmingham and Atlanta is 2 hours away. You gotta change the clock.
and it's only
But
12
I can go to Texas and I don't gotta change my clock.
you gotta change it back.
You gotta go back. Atlanta is Eastern time. Yeah.
Yeah. Atlanta is on a different, is an hour ahead of us.
Yeah.
For whatever weird reason.
But me and him on the same time. And he like in Texas, basically.
And that's farther from you than Atlanta.
Yeah.
So it only takes you 2 hours to get to Atlanta?
2 hours flat. I could be in Atlanta.
Damn. And you live in Mississippi though.
Yeah.
I live in Alabama.
I mean, no, my lord.
What is he saying?
I don't know where.
You know, my name right there, it
I
say
don't know
landlord
where the
from.
hell- I don't know where the hell that came from.
But yeah, I'm literally 2 hours away. And I gotta change my clock. It's craziness.
All right. Well, dang. So dang. That's what's up. All right. Well, I'm in California and our time zone is the same the whole time. So it's. But if you go up north, it does look like a whole different state because Southern California dudes is not Northern California dudes. It's two different dudes. Man.
He said landlord from Mississippi.
From
Mississippi.
If you would have said yes, we would have had to do an investigation.
Look, the X-Files music would have came on when you said it.
I feel like as soon as we'd have been off, all right, great show. So real quick, so why are you landlord?
I own a few houses in Alabama.
Like, why do they call that again? But hey, man, hey, listen, we will see our individual content. We'll see all of y'all today. Well, we will see all of you guys back today at 4. I'm gonna say my damn time. Laws from Mississippi. That's what I was thinking. I'm gonna say my time. I'm gonna see y'all at 4 p.m. Pacific time.
I'll see you at 6.
Can you put a central time? Come on, man. You're gonna mess everybody up now.
6 Central time.
6 Central. I'll see you at 4 p.m. Cali time. He gonna see you at 6 p.m. Texarkana time, and then landlord, he is for sure in Alabama, not Mississippi.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? All right. Hey, man, you guys already know what it is, man. I appreciate you guys. And I can't wait to turn in. And we got a South Carolina boy coming on here, so it's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good.
Yes,
all right. So tune in. Listen to me. I'm gonna try to get the phone lines on if I can. But I'm gonna tell you, for all y'all folks that be doing the heavy, listen, if you send super chat, if you want to ask a question, it's gonna be limited to the people who hit the donations. I gotta do it like that. The reason being is because this interview is costing us a friendship. So I gotta do some things on Southside. So we gotta make that back. So if you send stars, you send super chats, I am going to do my absolute best to read your comment and ask your question to them. Okay? I promise.
Here, if you send donations to the Cash App, I will ask the question for you. So
we're gonna do our best. We're gonna do our best.
We'll try our best to get it in.
Oh, we're for sure gonna acknowledge you. We're gonna for sure acknowledge you. That's for sure. All right. But hey, I'll see y'all.
Make sure your questions ain't too nefarious now. Y'all
don't ask nothing we can't ask now. Come on.
Don't ask the man credit card number in there. You know what I'm saying?
Don't ask for his social nothing.
Don't ask him why Jerry Jones be lying either. And don't ask him what we gonna pick at 26 because he ain't gonna tell you that. All right, because he don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all already know what it is.